can it be? Showing up with Tony T, yes, Ramon SEO. To the double T, befuddling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning scheme is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
And a pleasant good morning to you from Tony'sPicks.com. This is Ramon Scott. Welcome to the Morning Steam for Wednesday, July 24th. We are underway in the Olympic Games from Paris. Football action, soccer as we know it, although there is football in the Olympics this year, flag football, and other events today, Major League Baseball, really what we're looking at here for our coverage here on the Morning Steam, but we'll get any other sports you might be interested in. I've also checked out some tennis action here today and did a preview yesterday of this week's MMA action, but we're here in the late summer. We're just a month away from our great sports beginning and have a great season, but a month of men's and women's international soccer. Remember the men's tournament here just underway right now, Argentina and Morocco. We said we're going to roll with Morocco here in this one. They're an underdog certainly here to Argentina, getting a goal and a half, but think that a pretty good position here. And Spain right now are taking on Uzbekistan. I think Spain probably can get that goal and a half, but coming up, other games including Dominican Republic and Egypt. I like Egypt there, maybe -2 goals. New Zealand and Guinea today. I'm going to go under there with New Zealand and Guinea. Guinea making their first Olympic appearance, I believe, in 54 years. They're favored, so imagine that. But I figure it might be low, 0-0, 1-1, something in there. I'm going to take Ukraine minus a goal, minus a half a goal, minus $1.40 over Iraq. Today, I'm going to take Japan minus a half a goal, minus 130. I'm going to lay it with France against the United States, minus a goal and a half, and I'm going to take the other favorite as well. So it's all favorites for me, all chalk today. Mali over Israel, the last game here today. U.S. women will get underway on Thursday. They'll take on Zambia at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, as the women's bracket, the women's tournament gets underway tomorrow. Other breaking news this morning from the Olympics, out of the Olympic Games, is that Salt Lake City was awarded the bid for the 2034 Olympic Games. That's 10 years here. I'm going to go. So, hey, why not? Let's go. In 10 years in Salt Lake City, they're going to host the Olympic Games once again in the great state of Utah. The IOC awarding the games to Salt Lake City just a couple of hours ago here, but it is big news certainly in the world of sports. But say hello to some friends right now in the chat as we get ready for the show today. Got a couple dozen of you in here already. Want to say hello, and Dave was here to get us rolling here. Thank you, Dave. A little bit of steam rolling in here today. How about the Angels get us started off with a move right now against the Seattle Mariners today? Griffin Canning going up against Luis Castillo. How about it? Anybody interested in the Angels today? They seem to be on the move. They were plus $1.50 or so, but right now we're seeing that game down to $1.44 at Bovada, $1.50 bet online. $1.47 right now at Circa. The Angels taking action here today, with it being a day card here. Could be some personnel issues today that could have some of these games on the move. How about the and Dave saying it wasn't a good evening, but talking about Padres shutout. How about yesterday's results? Actually, here yesterday, folks. I want to say hello to Bob. Also, Thomas Lewis. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, Tony's Picks, here on YouTube. The 41,500 subscriber juggernaut. Fernando here as well. Justin joining us, Jermaine Conley here today, and Fernando here saying, yeah, that's right, Fernando. It is an under 23 tournament. You're allowed 3 exemptions on the team as well. There are players older than even 34 playing in this. I think in one of these games, maybe that's who I'm thinking of there. James Smith, hello. And Bob says, thanks for scary. Thanks to you guys yesterday, too. You guys got me off of the Twins there and onto the Phillies with Team Steam. So thanks to you guys yesterday, too. And so the big news here, though, regarding yesterday, I want to say hello to Peasy as well, Public Enemy, and Ziggy, was the fact that yesterday was the second lowest scoring day of the baseball season. Hooray for us under players here. We had some winners with premium picks in the unders, but I'm always rolling with a lot of unders. And yesterday was also the 5th lowest scoring day in the last 8 years. Second lowest scoring day this season and the 5th lowest scoring day since 2016 with a minimum of 14 games. So basically a full schedule. Yesterday, only 5.86 runs were scored per game. Yesterday in the 14 games, just 82 runs. So will there be a repeat today? Is there something going on right now with the time of season for these guys? Now, there will be more day games today that could change it a little bit. Could be baked in the cake as well. But if you like unders, man, yesterday was the day for you. And I'll tell you this, we could just shut down the show right now and just say, hey, I like pretty much all unders, and I'll give you 3 games where I don't. But I think that's where I'm headed today. More unders today. Hey, if it's not your thing, if it's not your cup of tea, then maybe don't listen to these picks today. But look, I got some overs too that I might tease here a little bit, and some sides as we preview the Major League Baseball card today. But no doubt yesterday runs, as they say, were at a premium. All right. A few more right. It wasn't all easy there anyway. Jermaine with there as well. And Charles Sharp, great to see you. Hello and welcome today. And Jermaine, I think he's suggesting that maybe there'll be. Oh no, he loves the angle, right? What happened on those next days? Well, I don't know, Jermaine. Some of these were like back in 2016. A couple more just a couple of seasons ago, but that 2016 season, remember, that was when they took the air out of the ball almost. It felt like it's taken us a couple years to recover. Hey, everybody, Lassie Love is here today. Great to have you, Lassie. Great to see you here again. I appreciate each and every one of you here sincerely for joining me each day here on the Morning Steam. And we're hopefully going to roll into the football season here and get it rolling. But let's get rolling here with Major League Baseball in just a moment. I'm going to take you over to Tony'sPicks.com where you'll find our premium picks, absolutely our best picks every day over at Tony'sPicks.com. Check us out at our website. You can check out the handicapper leaderboards and see who's hot, and then click on their profile page. Here we go, and get signed up. All right, we won't take too long on this today, but you do have some great winning days here by several of our cappers today, including myself down there, 5-3 record for 110 units yesterday. I'm on a winning streak here certainly this week, so check out my premium plays today over at tonyspicks.com. You can find all the cappers over there. Click on the All Cappers tab, click on their handicapper profile page, and that's how you can get signed up. You can also check out all of our other packages. I have 3-day, 7-day, 30-day package available for the coverage here today, as well as a monthly all sport or the yearly all sports pass. But you can also check out all our previous records as well, see how we're doing through all of our individual picks. You can see my little bit of run here of winning days here over the last few days. So be sure to check me out today over at Tony's Picks. All right. A few more here today, including the undergrads. Thank you. Nice to have you. Great to always have you, undergrads. Appreciate it. Our Tom's here today, loving the new avatar there. I'm going to blow it up here real quick and try to see. Looks like a planter with some lovely purple flowers and a hanging potted plant. Blunt after Blunt is here today as well, and Thomas Bird here getting ready to roll with Team Steam, and I'm ready to roll with our picks today. I think we can get this show on the road. Not much else going on other than our baseball card, and it's daytime action, so I think that's going to be pretty awesome as well. So, and hello to Mr. Tomatoes. We're gonna be throwing heavy with that red sauce today. Here we go, Montas and Winans. Let's get it started here and see if we're gonna go low today, guys. I kind of feeling we might, but maybe with this one, you might be thinking a little bit different. Although double headers, to me, it almost feels like you just start with unders when it comes to double headers for the most part. Anyways, for Montas, he has an ERA of close to 6 in his last 4 starts, and with the Montas on the mound, it's been pretty bad for the Reds. He's just 3-13 this season. Reds have dropped 4 of 5 coming into this one. For Winans, he had just 1 start so far this season back in April. 5 innings, gave up 7 runs, but he's getting back. He's back here with the big club here in this one. So I'd look for actually a pretty big effort from him here at $1.25. I don't know if I could pass up trying to get on the Braves here following yesterday's rain out. Hope the weather is good here today. Maybe I could check it out and see how we're looking. And we're only a couple of hours away from this doubleheader. I'm sure it'll be fine, but we did have some delays yesterday and other inclement weather a little bit. All right. See if I can just pop it up here real quick without stalling too much of the action here. And yeah, we're still going to be dealing with some showers here for sure. At least in game 1, there's definitely going to be some precipitation going on. So not much wind, temperatures in the mid 80s. So we'll see if that ball's heavy or not. Maybe that's what the case was at some of these parks yesterday in this one. But I'm going to grab Atlanta here. I don't think I can pass at this point in this one. It's not exactly a great matchup for Winans probably here on the comeback trail, but not comeback trail, but back up here with the big club. All right. And but he was looking pretty good in his AAA action this season. Let's get your comments here in this one. And with William, he wants the Reds today. Blunt after Blunt likes he's already on a different game. Okay, Thomas Lewis here with Braves first 5. Let's see, for the Brave Montas 5-12-1 in the first 5. Mark Lee says Reds first 5. Dre is here today. Dave's going over. Thomas says give me Atlanta on the money line. Ziggy going over today. Dre is on the Braves. Fernando under. And Tyler's ready to go. I was going to cover game 2 in order here today, so I'm not going to go right to game 2 after this. I was going to come in with the other games, but to thank you, Tyler, also. And let's see here. Okay, I think that's it for game 1. Maybe I'll go to game. No, we always get confused when we do that because of trying to run the plays together, I think, is what it is. Public Enemy on the Braves. And Stop Geo, thank you today for stopping by here. All right, next up. Cardinals and Pirates with Liberatore going up against Perez. Couple left-handers here in this one with the Cards on the road. And the Pirates are favored here. What a game yesterday, huh? Man, Paul Skeens continues to set records, even when he loses. He's doing things pitchers haven't done before, but yesterday the Cardinals did get the win 2-1. We had a consensus play. Good job, you guys, on the under in that game. Impressive for you guys to have make that call for sure. I mean, it was Skeens' day, but Lynn was going, and look, I had the Cardinals on a run line in a premium. I certainly thought that Lynn's. I think we got exactly what maybe I was expecting there in that one yesterday. So Liberatore, last start was about a month ago right now. He has a 5 ERA in his 5 starts this season. The Cardinals have won 11 of their last 18 games overall for Perez. He's been getting hit pretty hard here of late as well with an 8.24 ERA in his last 4 starts. And Pittsburgh is just 3-10 with Lopez in his last 13. But the Pirates still playing so well, even with yesterday's loss, man. They just can't win for this guy. But nonetheless, the Pirates have won 9 of their last 12 games. They've gone under in 7 of their last 9. And maybe we can get your plays here. The widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game, and that's kind of way I'm probably gonna go. This might be the one game, the 1 or 2 or 3 maybe games where I'm gonna probably go over. But let's see what you guys have to say. You guys can maybe, if you guys go with the side, maybe I'll go there. Let's get it rolling with Thomas Lewis starting us off with the Cardinals here. And Mark Lee wants to go with a Nerfy here in this one. Liberatore in 5 starts has 1 game where he allowed a run in the first inning. Perez, 4 for 15, not great. And let's see, Dave, I think here saying Cards and under again. And Ziggy said I did not make a pick, but in that first game, but I did go with the Braves as the pick. Certainly, this is what I'm taking. Some steam coming in right now, and it is one of the other games that I was looking at a total to go over today. So maybe the cat's out of the bag a little bit for me on this one. I'll just talk about it right now. Not the preview, but the steam coming in here on the Angels and Mariners game to go over. Today, we're seeing it move possibly here to 7.5 at some spots. In fact, just about every place right now, except DraftKings, maybe still holding out a little bit. But the move here, the steam also came in on the Angels earlier after yesterday's win for the Angels. They seem to have the Mariners number a little bit here. Nonetheless, the total here moving higher in that Angels Mariners game. I'm going to like it here probably. Today is one of the few games I do like the over in. Okay, let's continue on here though with the Cardinals and the Pirates. With William said Pirates, Tyler said the over, but Ziggy wanted the under. And Justin here. And want to thank someone made a comment on one of the shows saying, Ramon, could you please do the timestamps? And I will. I promise you, if we can get maybe a few more views. I don't want to do it like that, but apologize that I don't have it totally perfect here on the show. But Trevor Davis is here today. He likes the Cardinals. Blunt after Blunt says this basically turns in. This is a bullpen game. And you got Liberatore out there. Dre on the under. And Bob said, "Yeah, you see these 9s now. Why don't I update it? Because I definitely think we're dealing with 9s here at this point with the Cardinals and Pirates." So I think that's something to note. I certainly think that a lot of sharp bettors, a lot of people are going to talk about what I just talked about today with all those unders yesterday. I mean, look, I think it was talked about. Who even someone in our chat said on a Monday said, "Look at all those quality starters going on Tuesday." So I think there was something to be said for that too. Yesterday, the quality of starters that were going yesterday, pretty good run of pitchers. Okay, in this one with the Cardinals and the Pirates, a few more comments from you. Let's see here. R. Tomps on the over, and James Smith on the Pirates. Jermaine says, "Who's the ump? Who's the ump? Where's Jermaine? Does he have our umpire?" Let's see here. Cardinal game. I don't have anything. I not wasn't significant enough for me to take it down. I don't put the note down if it's not a good trend. So maybe Jermaine has it today. But Charles Sharp on the Reds. And let's see. Oh, no, well, on the other game. Sorry, here we go. Charles Sharp, Pittsburgh money line. There we go. Thank you. Lazzy Love under. And Jermaine's ready to roll with the over. I mean, he likes to pivot. He definitely likes to pivot. That's one thing we've learned. Okay. For me in this one, I will take the over in this one with the Cardinals and the Pirates today. All right. Next up, Phillies and Twins. And yeah, I can thank Team Steam yesterday. Look, I gave out the winner on the under because I was worried. I was like, wow, Team Steam's rolling with Philadelphia here. I liked Minnesota in the game. I said, you know what? I'm going to go with Team Steam. Even though the steam was on Minnesota, you guys came with it and you guys hit it. So we doubled up yesterday with the 3-0 win with Wheeler on the road. And now the Phillies are coming with another hot starter here in this one with Aaron Nola, and he's going up here against. Let me see. I think it was Eckert, and he's going to probably be an opener. It feels like here in this one. Let's see if it's changed. Eckert, the left-hander. It's just an opener, and I'm sure you're going to see Louis Varland here. It feels like. Just want to make sure that. So, yeah, okay, that's what it does feel like to me. So we can talk about it that way, maybe from the Philly perspective, certainly with Aaron Nola. He's a 4.24 ERA in his last 3 starts, but a couple of wins. And, of course, the Phillies seem to always win with Nola. They're 15-5 this season with Nola on the mound. For the Twins, they've lost 5 of their last 7 right now. They've gone over in 9 of their last 11 games here at home. We can get your comments and plays here, maybe in this one with the Phillies and the Twins. We'll go to the chat here and see what you guys have. We'll start it off with William on the Phillies here. Thomas Lewis, Phillies, game to go over. Tyler's on the Phillies. James Smith says Twins. Trevor's on the Phillies. Dave is on the Phillies again. Seems like we're ready to get back on the Phillies here all of a sudden after yesterday. I would almost instinctively look to the Twins first off, but that's where the steam came in. Again, yesterday, same thing. This team was on the Twins, but I think you guys are going to go with the Phillies, and I kind of want to go with them too. Justin says he wants to go over in this one. I'm not sure after everything we saw yesterday, but like I said, Twins are going over at home, no doubt about it. Those bats have been hot, and but usually it's when they're a favorite here. And Jermaine going with the run line on the Phillies here, -2.5 today. Consensus play number 1 from Thomas says it is a Philadelphia Phillies. So I'll roll with Team Steam here and take the Phillies today again to win. Luis on the Twins, though, but it was pretty heavy Phillies, no doubt, and Bob balances it out with a Phillies run line here. So we'll take Phillies. We'll put them on the money line. Thomas says here that kind of merges those strong opinions here. And again, this one has gone down here to as low as $1.38 or $1.40 or so here. So definitely not. And here's Charles on the Twins here. So still feels like a consensus on the Phillies, and I'll move it down here to $1.45, but it's even lower than that at some other places. So, all right, next up, the Brewers, and Joe Ross is going to be on the mound here for the Brewers. It feels like today in this one. So Ross with a 4.5 ERA so far this season. Justin Steele expected here for the Cubs. I know a lot of the books don't necessarily have the Brewers pitcher listed just quite yet, but I think we're seeing Joe Ross here for the most part, the veteran pitcher here going for the Brewers today. For the Brewers, who have won 4 of their last 5 games, they're going to go facing Justin Steele here with a 2.61 ERA in his last 3 starts. Cubs have won 10 of their last 16. They've now gone under in 8 straight games at home yesterday following the 1-0 game. I did have a premium on the didn't have all winners yesterday. There was a definite change in the weather there and a shift in the total as well. I don't think that I was affected by it in my play because of what happened, but you look today and it looks like kind of the same kind of deal here. Let me see what that Cubs weather is today. Actually, we got Team Chicago in here at all. Visiting us, wind blowing in from left field, 8 to 9 miles an hour, and rain expected throughout the game, but not a tremendous chance that it could be postponed here in this one. But following the 1-0 game yesterday, I'm sure that's got to, if anything, that's got to sway a little bit into the thought process here about a total. And back to right now, I'm showing 725 and $1.45 or so. We can get your comments here if you want, or talk about it however you want. With William starting it off, he's on the Cubs. Thomas says he wants to go over in this one. Justin McKelvey's got Contreras over 1.5 for his prop play of the game. Ray Otachi, good morning. R. Tomps on the Cubs. James Smith on the Cubs. Cubs offense so cold. Fernando here over in this one. And Dave going over as well. Ziggy on the Cubs here. And Blunt after Blunt says he'll take the Cubs. Well, he doesn't want to lay that much with the Cubs. And again, it's a little bit cheaper than $1.50, but not much. Thomas says consensus play is on the Cubs here against the Brewers. Okay, Team Steam, let's do it. I'll join along here and try the Cubs today in this one. Too many if you like the over in this game for me, maybe I'll even stick with Dre says go under. I think that's the way I would look, but a lot of guys here. And let's see, Bob said Cubs -1 alternate run line. Fernando on the Brewers. Tyler on the Brewers. Dave doesn't like Joe Ross. Fernando says he's already faced him once this season. And we said, what'd you take on the Cards? I took the over. That was one of the few overs that I had. And Jermaine going over here in this one with the Brewers and the Cubs. So a lot of you guys on the over here, but man, I'll just go with Team Steam and roll with the Cubs today to get it done at home as a favorite. Next up, Red Sox And Rockies in this one. Well, we saw the Red Sox in that uh, game yesterday, a 6-0 shutout. The Rockies couldn't get anything going. Pretty solid spot there, apparently, for the Red Sox yesterday, and they're $1.65 or so here today. Right now, I'm showing the line currently at uh, $1.60 at some spots, but Bet Online is already showing $1.47, so maybe we'll move it down here a little bit. Maybe call it $1.55 maybe, and that total definitely 10 and a half over 20 or so here at this point. But again, they're not getting there on some of these. I uh, whiffed on this one. Let's see if we can get it right here today with you guys, maybe with Team Steam for Pavetta. Last 4 starts, he's 0-2 with a 3.47 earned run average. Pavetta's gone under in 10 of his 15 starts this season. The Red Sox have dropped 4 of their last 5 with that win yesterday to snap that losing streak. For Cal Quantrill, he's 0-3 with a 6.37 ERA in his last 6 starts. Colorado's 6-2 at home with Quantrill on the mound this season. They've gone over in 5 of his last 7 starts, and the Rockies still in a pretty good groove here of late. They've also gone under in 9 of their last 11 games at home. You guys ready to go here with the Red Sox and the Rockies? And Jermaine's going to be heavy on the overs here today. He really likes these overs. Here's Luis is on the Rockies here in this one. And again, getaway day is 2 ways to look at it, I guess. William here on the Rockies as well. Thomas wants the Red Sox. And Justin McKelvey's got a Devers to get an RBI here as the prop play of the game. And Tyler Parrish going over here in this one. Fernando wants to go under. Jermaine going over here. Thomas Bird, Boston money line, and team total over. Dre on the under. Ziggy on the Red Sox. Dave will go over, and hello to Darren joining us in the chat today. All right. Well, certainly nothing to shake it up there too much, it felt like here, but I'm going under with the Red Sox and the Colorado Rockies was here in this one. I've seen a lot of under. Yeah, Monday was an over for sure, but I'm going under here in this one.
Final.
All right, next up. Oh, and a couple more here, I think, because give you guys just a second here. Darren, Red Sox, first 5 run line for Darren, Red Sox first 5. Pavetta's 8-6-1 in the first 5. Quantrill 8-8-4. Here's also Ray, Rockies first 5, and James says give him the Rockies. Next up. Now, are we ready? With the Astros going up against the swinging A's, and still a great run for the A's. No stopping them at this point. Just a lot of fun for them to be able to continue this success here. And hey, why not today as well? Now, maybe Brown, someone that people have been wanting to pick on a little bit in the Astros rotation, but Brown, Houston's won 7 of his last 8 starts, even with not overwhelming numbers. The number's been pretty good. A 3.38 ERA in his last 4 starts, a 3-1 record in those 4 starts. So Brown, pretty solid, actually, even though a lot of people, when I see the shows and the chat, it's pretty much Brown, no good, Brown garbage type of reaction. Now, he has been pretty good against Oakland, 4 career starts, a 1.88 ERA and 2-0 record. Brown's gone under in 9 of his last 11 starts, and the Astros have gone under in 5 of their last 7. For JP Sears, he's also won almost the same thing, right? People kind of get down on this guy too, but I've heard some Guys, heard some of the guys across the street on the show. They were talking about him in his last start here, and they were. I remember Tony was saying the old Sears slogan. I remember the old Sears slogan where you could the Sears quarterback special, where you get more than a quarterback. But I think that was when the games were on radio. Anyways, Sears here, a 3-0 record with a 2.2 ERA in his last 3 starts, and Oakland's won 4 straight starts with JP Sears. The A's have won 11 of their last 17 games. They've also gone over in 6 of their last 7. This offense has really been clicking here, but I don't know. In the day game today, I'm probably going to maybe ready to look into the under. What do you guys got here with the Astros and those hot A's? With Thomas starting us off with the first 5 to go under with these 2 starters. Tyler likes the A's again. Ziggy's on the under. Jermaine says, got to go over every game here at this point. He's opposite. Jermaine said he likes 3 games to go under today. And I said, I like 3 games to go over. So I guess there's 16 games, remember, though. So maybe I could be talked into 4 or 5 overs, maybe. All right, Justin here says, give me the Astros on the run line in this one to get back and get that form going here. Thomas says Astros, team total over. Bob McCormick says A's money line. William on the Astros. Blunt after Blunt says they're not getting swept. Luis is on the Astros. Ray's on the Astros run line. Dre going over. Dave going under. This one's all over the place, it feels like, here with you with the chat. Trevor on Oakland. James on team total over. So nothing's going to be happening here with you guys. Just hopefully some great picks. And right, Jermaine, remember that, Jermaine, when they had 18 runs and what they had the next day, 30 runs in that one? No doubt. All right. I'm going to take the Oakland A's here on the run line as my play here on the morning steam. The A's continue to roll. What is the run line? I might have to take them on the money line, actually. It is, minus $1.25 at even the square books. Give me the A's on the run line today, just in case. Look, there were plenty of support in the chat for the Astros, so I'll go with the A's run line. Juice says, not getting off the A's. I'm not getting off the juice. All right. Next up. There was a song about the juice, remember? Okay, here's that Angels and Mariners game. I think we can update the total in this one for sure. With that 7.5, I said 7.5 pretty much everywhere, but it is juice to the under. 7.5 under 15, maybe even under 20 at this point. And hey, to me, that looks. You're putting a 7.5 up there on the Angels and the Mariners. Usually I'm all about it, but this was one of the games where I'm maybe thinking this one could go over. The Angels are looking pretty good in this series, and it feels like they kind of have the number of the Mariners a little bit, strangely enough. Now, bummer news yesterday, not terrible, I guess, but man, I was all fired up yesterday about Mike Trout making his return to Salt Lake. Yeah, we alluded to it on the show in the morning, but as it became more apparent that he was going to be returning here, and I think Morocco may have just scored here for us against Argentina with some nifty work here, and Argentina has scored here. Maybe pending review. It looks pretty darn good, though. And Morocco, who we touted yesterday in this game against Argentina, has taken the lead here, it looks like. So, anyways, Trouty scheduled to make his comeback, and I was in some of the forums and posted with a lot of my friends and said, hey, Trout's going to be making that comeback today, and they're right now $1.45 at Bet Online, and once that word gets out that Trout's going to be in the lineup, this thing's going to be north of $1.75, and sure enough, they went all the way up to $1.90. I'm talking about the Salt Lake Bees now, but sure enough, they went up to $1.90, but Trout left in the second inning with a swollen knee. And, man, this guy, tough luck, it feels like. Now, hopefully, they said day to day. The word was he was going to grab 2 rehab games and come right into action on Thursday against the Oakland A's at home. But that's going to be on hold right now, unfortunately, for Trout. Nonetheless, the Angels had a great game yesterday, winning 5-1, and just feels like they're doing a really good job right now against these. Seattle's also having some problems here, obviously, having lost 10 of their last 13 games right now at home. So even the Angels are picking on them here, it feels like a little bit. For uh, for Griffin Canning, not great numbers. Certainly an 8.5 ERA in his last 4 starts, and the Angels are 3-6 with Canning on the mound. But I'm looking for them to maybe have a successful outing here. Castillo, good numbers right now. He's back to looking good. A 1.83 ERA in his last 3 starts. 2 starts this season against the Angels. He's dominated them pretty much with a 2-0 record and no ERA. But Seattle slumping right now. They've gone under in 6 of their last 7. And but the steam has definitely come in, Angels and over here. So I'm going to go to the chat. I'm expecting to see lots of Mariners and lots of unders, and I'm probably going to be Mr. Contrarian here. Let's get into it with, I think, Luis, this is this game here under Mariners first 5 here for Thomas. Castillo is 8-12-1 in the first 5, but Canning is 7-12-1. Justin's got the Mariners as his top play to roll. Juice says under has been solid with Seattle, no doubt about it. And Dave wants over here in this one. Nerfy here for James. Griffin Canning is the worst in the major leagues this season with giving up a first inning run in 11 of his 20 starts. But again, you're dealing with Seattle at home. Maybe that's a factor here in this one for James. Castillo, by the way, 7 for 21. That's not great either, considering if you're Luis Castillo. And Blunt After Blunt says, I think the Angels sweep here. I kind of agree. And let's see here. Jermaine says, under this 6-1, 7-0, or is it 6-17-0? Oh, the is this his umpire statistic in this one? I don't know. I'm sorry about that, Jermaine. Sorry about that. Yep, Bob said Morocco. And Ziggy going over here in this one. Thomas Bird's on Seattle here. And Justin said yesterday he's going to go out there, get hurt right away. Man, it just. And Tyler on the Mariners here. And okay, Bob's on Angels in the over. Fernando's on the under. Appreciate the plays, you guys here. Fernando heating up, of course, and we know how hot he always is. And yesterday I was in one of those late night chat rooms that I like to hang out in with Fernando, and they banned him, but it was an accident. I was like, what is Fernando getting banned for? Giving out too many winners? Okay, Castillo going over here. And Mark going over as well. All right. Did the chat like the Twins? I don't know if they did necessarily. Wait. Did the chat like? No, the chat liked the Phillies. The chat liked the Phillies. Phillies was a consensus play. Anyways, for me in this one, I'll take the over. One of the overs I'm going to take right here, Angels and Mariners today in this one. All right. Next up, game 2 now, Reds and Braves with Martinez and Sale expected in this one. Oops. Okay, and with Chris Sale here, look, this one we know was the originally scheduled game. I guess you can look at it. We are playing here a day-night doubleheader. I want to no. The game time is listed for 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. So they'll probably try to stay to that. But usually you just take 25 or 30 minutes off after that first game, and the second game is starts. So if you're interested in this game, make sure you're paying attention with the game time. Sometimes they'll reissue the game time. It can often be a few minutes earlier if the first game sails through, like I think it might. But let's talk about Chris Sale here against the Reds and Martinez going. Sale is 5-1 with a 2.04 ERA in his last 6 starts. Atlanta's 13-5 with Sale on the mound. One start against Cincinnati, just went 3 2/3 innings, but Braves come in here kind of slumping. Maybe Sale's got to be that stopper here. We are dealing with a doubleheader, so you got to kind of take that into consideration as well. And with Nick Martinez on the mound, it may feel like a bullpen game, but Martinez can work a little deeper than your average opener. And I would imagine with this game being a doubleheader, even with getting to add the extra pitcher in here. It is on short notice too, so a lot of times I don't even know actually, but may have some issues. I think you may be able to get one more member of the team and for a double header, but that'd be something I'm interested in finding out, actually. You're allowed an extra player in double headers, but with it being, next day, basically not even 24 hours, the next game starting, it might be hard to do that. So, anyways, Atlanta, they do go under in some of these non-division matchups against National League foes. I would have a feeling that this one, I don't know, feels kind of under to me. Every Braves game feels under to me. Let's take a look at the chat. Oh, Fernando. Okay, here we go. Oh, you know what? Might have been Gerardo, actually, my man. All right, Jermaine going over, I think, in this one. Mark Lee says, Red Sox no run in the first inning. A little nerfy action here. Oh, in the Red Sox game. Okay, I'm sorry. We're on the Reds and the Braves. Maybe he meant Reds, but here's Ziggy on the under. And here is the Braves today. Want to say hello and welcome to Stephen Duncan. Thank you, Steve, for coming in here today and hanging out with us and give us your wisdom, if you will, with maybe a few plays. Let us know what's going on. But thanks for stopping by. We know here in the middle of summer, we're I don't know. I'm giving out Olympic soccer. I'm about to give out, I don't know what else we can. I'm going to be into the Olympics. I won't bore you guys too much with it if you don't want to, but here in the middle of summer, we're going to be talking Olympics a little bit. Fernando going the under. Reds an under for Dave. I kind of think so too. James likes Sale to have a strong game. Darren Braves first 5 with Sale. He's 15-3, by the way, in the first 5. So give me the Braves here in this one. They are minus $1.70 or so. What is their run line here? Plus $1.25. Now they're up to $1.80. Man, I really like them, and I'll lay the run line here with Chris Sale. I'm going to lay the run line and take the Braves to win comfortably in Game 2. All right. Thanks. Thanks, Perlo. Great to have you stopping by. Really do appreciate you very much. And all the cappers at Tony'sPicks.com and the network. All right, Bob here going under, and Tyler says, give me the Braves on the money line, and I'll take the Braves on the run line as my pick in Game 2. Again, you want to see Game 1, doubleheaders are tough. I'll try my hand with Sale here. Next up. All right, the Tigers going to be up here against the Guardians, and wow, this had to be the most. This was an over yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. We had it. We had it as a premium. Went over 8.5. There were some 9s out there, I think, by game time. But look at this total here today. It's 7 flat. maybe it's juiced to the over a few places, but boy, this one feels like it's going to be, well, I don't know. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, Jermaine. Now let's talk about it with the Tigers and Flaherty. We know how strong he's been here, really, of late, going up against Tanner Bybee of the Guardians. For Flaherty here, a 2.08 ERA in his last 7 starts, a 6-1 record for Flaherty. Here, Detroit 7-3 on the road with Flaherty on the mound. Detroit's won 11 of 15 despite the loss yesterday, and I went with the Guardians on the morning steam yesterday. Wasn't comfortable, but hey, like I said, this was might have been one of the games of the day. I felt like for Bybee, he's got a 3.86 ERA in his last 4 starts. He's gone under in 10 of his last 15 starts. The Guardians have dropped 8 of their last 12, and they've gone under in 6 of their last 8 games. Hey, there's some steam coming in right now on one of the games we're going to preview in just a moment. I'm going to tell you about it right now and let you guys react. We'll get to the preview. I think it's the next game, actually. So let's just it's Baltimore, Miami under. It's coming up next, under 8.5, and it's moving lower. But let's get through this one right now, but because I think that's our next game on the preview. It is, and that total is moving lower. Orioles and Marlins here. All right, let's look at Tigers and Guardians, though, with Williams starting us off with the Tigers. Thomas here, he's got a nerfy in this one with Cleveland. Flaherty, he's 4 for 17 on his first inning runs allowed. Pretty average, I think, at this point. But for Bybee, 6 of 20, nothing too great. Justin says, give me the Tigers on the money line. Tyler is saying, give him the Guardians in this one. And he also likes Bybee's K's over. Z's on the Guardians. Ray Otachi, though, Tigers, first 5 and under. Darren also Tigers, first 5. And Fernando's on the Tigers. All right. And Jermaine, let's see. He likes... I think he's saying an under here, actually. This is maybe Jermaine's one. He said there'd be 3 or 4 that he might go under. Thomas is on Detroit first half. R. Thomas is on a nerfy here in this one. Juice Tigers first 5. Dave going Guardians. And Thomas Lewis says it's a consensus play here with the Tigers. Hello. All right. Well, then sign me up. If you guys are on the Tigers, I'll take the Tigers with Team Steam here today. I was open on the side. I think you guys got the hint where I'm leaning towards the total now. Even I might have a hard time. I'm waiting. I don't think it's going to go any higher. So Bob's on the under here. And Dave says the Guardians bullpen hasn't been as good as, well, yeah, but it's still better than every other bullpen. Luis is on the Tigers. Definitely an under. And Jermaine, Detroit, reverse run line. He'll lay the 1.5 and try to get this win with Detroit today going up against Bybee. And Flaherty's been pretty darn good. So I think that's what kind of we're leaning with here is good pitching for Detroit, a quality start. Maybe Detroit gets that win. Thanks a lot. Let's move on here. Hello to Joe T in the chat today. Thank you, Joe. Hey, here it is. We just talked about it moments ago on the morning steam with the steam that came in. And that's hopefully why you joined me here. Maybe for some picks here, but hopefully the information that I bring you is why you're here. And I'm going to continue to do that here on the morning steam. So this one is down to 8. Maybe juice to the over a little bit, but I'm seeing a lot of 8 flats out there right now in this one. And there is some news here, certainly with the Orioles in this one and their pitching plans, if you will, with Chase McDermott making his major league debut for McDermott. Been pretty solid in the minors, had an ERA of around 4 this season at AAA, and the Orioles, not an ideal situation, I guess, here at this point, but nonetheless, they're still going to be favorites here against the Marlins, and that is despite yesterday the Marlins being able, I don't know, somebody mentioned it in the chat, double them up 6-3 yesterday. So let's see here. Let me talk about Cabrera a little bit. We gave you a little bit on McDermott here. He's been in AAA, I believe, for like a season and a half, so it's not like it has a tremendous amount of, as close as you can be here, getting his major league debut in this one. For Cabrera here, he's got an ERA close to 10 in his last 4 starts, and an 0-2 record. He's gone over in 7 of his last 8 games. The Marlins have gone over in 12 of their last 18. They've dropped 12 of their last 18 games. Baltimore, they've gone over in 4 of their last 5. But, man, this one's dropping here, you guys, with, a rookie pitcher making his debut and the Marlins pitcher has been absolutely crummy. At the total, I guess the books are just giving money away, dropping that total from 8 to 8.5. I imagine there might not be a lot of picks in this game. Let's see. Ray's going to start us off with the Marlins. Ziggy's going Orioles and under. Dave said the Orioles, they just choked yesterday. He'll go back with the Marlins today. I want to say hello to Tom Trewicki. Good to see you again, Tom. Appreciate it. He likes his Royals there today, or he likes the Royals. I'll just say it like that. He likes the Royals today. And we'll get to that game here in just a few moments. And Ziggy says you got to watch out for that walk rate for McDermott. And let's see here. Tyler Parrish going O's money line and over. All right. Well, I will. Let's see. I'm going to look at the market action here. I think I can go 2 ways, and maybe that total just scaring me a little bit because now this is probably one of those games where maybe I was going to look to the. Let me take the Marlins here. What is the run line up for the Marlins? Minus $1.40. Give me the Marlins plus a run and a half in this one. Just trying to play it safe here. Just like yesterday. I mean, the Orioles should have won that game, but all right. Hello to Chad in the chat as well. Hey, don't worry, Chad. Come on. We got, we'll have Olympic basketball coming up here. Is that meaningful, or maybe it's not if you're the U.S. Olympic team, right? And here's Mark Lee with a playback on that Reds game. All right, next up, let's get you out of here real quick. We're almost through these games. Well, Dave's Padres, my Padres. We gave it out here on the show yesterday. I'm not often wrong with the Padres. I think anybody watches the show, I don't have to say, I don't keep any stats on it. I think it's obvious that I get the Padres right. And maybe we all should get our own team right. And unfortunately, I know when they're going to lose, and I know when they're going to win. I had them yesterday, and you know what? I think they're going to win today with Waldron against Parker here in this one. But we'll get your comments, and maybe if you guys like the Nats, I can maybe give out the total. I don't know if I'm totally sold on my opinion on the total, although it's a strong opinion. Might not be getting the best of the line, but see, it's kind of on the move here. Let me take a look. With the Padres and the Nats, with Waldron on the mound here. He's got a 0-3 record in his last 4 starts and a 4.63 ERA. Padres have dropped 6 of his last 9 starts, but kind of bounced back in that last one. With Waldron, Padres are 5-14-1 to the under. A lot of unders with Waldron. Parker has a 6.75 ERA in his last 4 starts. Padres have won 3 straight. Coming in here, Nationals were hot before the Padres got here to town, it feels like. Parker's never faced the Padres. guys have any comments in this one? Thomas is on the Padres. Jermaine is on the Padres. Ziggy's on the Padres. Dave says go under. Art Thompson's on the Padres. And Fernando's on the Padres. The Padres, I'll tell you what, I'm always interested in what you guys. We rarely take the Padres as a consensus play, but this feels like it is right here. Lazzy Love going under. Ron G on the Nats. Got to bring out. Oh, Dave said bring out the brooms, so he's on them too. And Bob going under. Thomas Lewis says it's the Padres consensus play. I'll take them today, and probably not I wasn't going to go premium because I don't know if I want to. And this line is, let me see what the line, I think that's wrong, right? I have it on the wrong team. I have the wrong team favored. Yeah, the old saying, right? The whole handicapper, the wrong team is favored. Well, in this case, they were. The graphic was on the wrong team. The Padres are about $1.15 or so, though. It's pretty close. Still favorite on the road. $1.15. 8.5 over 20. So that's interesting to note. Also, this total moving lower here in this one, and I don't know. It feels like to me, as I said, I just don't know if I have enough value in it left, but I think I might. Still at 8.5. Still might be willing to go here in this one. We're in the night card now too, so. Maybe there could be more movement, but the widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game. Where's my nines? Where's my nine? Bring back my nines. If the steam was there, why isn't it there now? Also, the Nationals were the widely reported steam as well. All right, we're getting some information right now, I believe, on the Atlanta Braves lineup today. Whit Merrifield will be not in the starting lineup today. He is the first one announced here in that early game today. No Merrifield. Also, Austin Riley is on the paternity list. That was from yesterday, but no indication to be back today. All right. Kill more comments here with... Okay, I think that's it. Next up, the Mets and the Yankees, and the Mets did a terrific job yesterday, quelching those Yankee rallies as well and getting the key runs there in the middle of the game to get that win, 3-2 for the Mets yesterday. With Quintana doing another great job. Now here you have another left-hander in Sean Manaea for the Mets here, and I believe Morocco has scored again here against Argentina. Go Morocco! Big game here, it feels like, for Morocco to start off the Olympics. All right. Let me get you here. Mets and Yankees. For Sean Manaea in this one, he comes in right now with a 3.6. Oh, it was a penalty kick. Okay, that's what was... I was trying to figure out why I wasn't getting a replay of the goal, and I didn't know it was a penalty kick. All right, Manaea here, a 3.6 ERA in his last 4 starts, but the Mets win with Manaea. Everybody wins with Manaea, it seems like. Well, just wins whatever team he goes to, even though he's, sometimes just mediocre, just good enough. Mets here with they've won 10 of their last 14 games right now, going up against Garrett Cole. No easy task, certainly. Cole's won his last 4 start. Well, he's 3-0 in his last 4 starts with a 2.95 ERA right now for Cole. He's made just 6 starts so far this season. We know the Yankees are in a bad way right now, having dropped 21 of their last 31 games they've gone over, and 19 of their last 28. Pitching hasn't been great, but here maybe they can get something done with Cole. But man, what is the deal with the Yankees right now? There's a little bit of worry. Let's just say, if you're reading the tabloids, it feels like right now. Here we go. Williams on the Yankees. Ziggy's on the over. Thomas is going first 5 under here. And Dave says, got to go another under here with the Mets right now. can't disagree here, Dave, in that one. But Luis is going over, and Tyler is going with the Yankees. I think Fernando says OMG. I think he was reacting to the soccer match. Ron says Yanks, and this might be the beginning of the end, is what I think he's suggesting there in the chat. Luis says, Ramon, what did you do with that last game? What did you do in the Padre game? I rolled with Team Steam on the Padres. Justin says, give me the Yankees run line. Mets first 5 for James. For Manaea in the first 5, he's 9, 6, and 4. Cole's 4 and 2 so far. Ray wants to go under. Justin McKelvey's got the prop play of the game, and he's got Judge for an RBI. Ray Otachi. Oh, he meant under. Yeah, under in this game. I gotcha. And Bob says, give me the Mets. Mark's got it a nerfy here. Manaea, one of the best in the major leagues. 2 for 19 this season. Starts strong. So far, Cole, 2 for 6. But Cole, not always a great starter. And Juice is on the Yanks. All right. Well, for me, I'm going to take the New York Mets. I'll take them on the run line here against Cole. Feel like the Mets right now. Look, they've moved into what? I'm going to take a sneak peek at the standings here. I think they said they moved into a tie for the third, for that third wild card now. Right, with a couple other teams, or let's see, they're a half a game behind the Cardinals right now. So Mets just on a roll, and Yankees have got to fix it right now. And hopefully Cole's the man to fix it for them, but I'm going to take the Mets on the run line here. And we'll go next up with the Rays to take on the Blue Jays. Zach Eflin here in this one, going up against Rodriguez here for the Blue Jays. So pretty much in this one with Rodriguez pitching, been pretty solid here of late, a 1.62 ERA in his last 3 starts. Toronto here has gone over in 20 of their last 25 games. Tampa Bay's won 7 of 11 after they pulled it off yesterday with a 4-2 victory here. We did have a Team Steam consensus yesterday, had the Rays in this matchup, despite the pitching change. Again, they just came with an opener, I believe is what it was. Rays are 8-3 with Zach Eflin on the mound in his last 11 starts. He does have an ERA of 5.10 in his last 5 starts, but he's gone under in 4 of those 5 starts. So maybe just a low-score competitive game. Could it be here? You see that total there, 8 flat. That's where the steam already came in. Actually, the widely reported steam did come in on the under. It was 8.5, plenty of 8.5, but it's pretty much 8 flat everywhere right now. Maybe a little bit of juice to the over at some spots, but I have another under. It feels like. Let's see what you guys have though in this one. Maybe we'll be some consensus here. Let's see. Let's start it off with William on the Rays money line. Thomas is on the Jays money line. Fernando's on the Rays. You can call me Ray, or you can call me Jay. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, then you're probably as old as I am. Mark Lee here is on the Blue Jays under. Juice says the game is terrible. Ron G says he's leaning under here in Tampa Bay money line. Dave says he's got the under. Tyler says give me the Rays on the money line all day. Luis is on the Jays. This is fun. I want to do it again. Mark, talk about the Orioles game. Thank you, Mark. And James on the Jays first 5. Ziggy's on the Jays money line. And Bob says Rays. Rays and under. So you can call them Rays or you can call them Jays. If you don't know, you might be able to look that one up on YouTube. Just I think if you type in "you can call me Ray," it'll probably come up right away. The old beer commercial on the sporting events with the comedian back. I want to say that was in the 70s. So, all right, here in this one, widely reported steam came in on the under. I'm taking the under, baby. You know it. I don't have enough unders on the show for Ramon Scott Morning Steam show. Maybe we have some premiums, but Jermaine's trying to talk me off of them. Let's keep it going. We're almost done here right now. The White Sox on the road with Flexen going up here against Nathan Eovaldi. And hey, the Rangers were able to get it done yesterday in the game, 3-2 against Garrett Crochet. I mean, you could almost call it to order. It felt like, right? Crochet. You guys mentioned it with the, how long would he go? How effective would he be? We still have I went with the Rangers here on the morning steam. The steam was on the under here, and the Rangers are a huge favorite, of course. We don't have to beat the White Sox stats into the ground like we do every day. But for the Rangers, they are 10-4 now in their last 14. This is what they've needed a little bit here. They've gone under in 10 of their last 15 games overall. The White Sox have gone under in 11 of their last 14 games. Flexen's gone under in 5 of his last 7. Now, Eovaldi has been going over in 6 of his last 8 games. Eovaldi's got a 3.12 ERA in his last 4 starts and a 2-1 record, but a 5.67 ERA in his career against Chicago in 5 starts. Those are spanning several years. Certainly, but the White Sox haven't been great over the last few years. Been a decade or more since we've had that great title. Anyways, Chicago here has lost the last 13 games with Flexen on the mound, so it's just going to be hard to find a way to try to back Flexen in this one. Total here 8 under 15. No, I'm going to update that. I'm going to call it 8 over 15 at this point. So the total's moving higher. Here's one that's moving higher, and I'm not sure I'm buying it. Let's get your comments or picks in the chat with. All right. Juice, nice. I don't know what that is, but I want to hear all about it. All right. Popped up birthday cake. What is that? Here is Luis on the under here in this one. Dave is on the Rangers. Thomas says he's got Nathan Eovaldi to go over 18.5 outs. Jermaine says I'll take the Rangers -3 in this one today. Rangers run line for Justin. Juice is on the Rangers. And Justin's got our prop play of the game with Seager to go over 1.5 bases. Ron on the Rangers. James Smith willing to take a shot with the White Sox on the money line. And hey, the one thing we sometimes do, it makes me feel so good. I mean, you guys are so awesome in the chat, but we get some, I don't want to say random person like Randolph Court. He obviously watches the show all the time, never gets a chance to comment, but because of you can call me Ray or you can call me Jay, you looked it up and felt compelled to make the comment. Thank you so much, Randy, for being a viewer, subscriber, commenter here now. Thank you so much. It makes me feel good. All right. Ziggy here on the White Sox run line. So a little bit of White Sox support in there, but the Rangers are starting to play pretty well. I don't think it's actually a very good situation for the Rangers, but man, Flexen, this situation is so bad here. So Jermaine says it will get ugly early. I don't think we made it to a consensus, and maybe there were just a couple too many on the White Sox actually willing to take a chance here. And the spot to me almost says White Sox, but man, can you really do it in this one. It does feel like maybe this one isn't as set up as well with flexing. So I'm going to go with the Rangers on the run line here. The Ramon uh, 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 computer over here is saying it's White Sox turn today, Ramon, on the old algorithm machine. But man, I'm gonna overrule it a little bit here. I do like the total, I think, in this one. Give me the Rangers on the run line. Next up, Diamondbacks and Royals with Ryan Nelson going up against Michael Wacha here in this one for Waka. He's got a 2.5 ERA in his last 3 starts, all wins by Kansas City as the Royals continue to uh, get it back rolling here again of late. Of course, yesterday in the game against the Diamondbacks were able to get the win with Montgomery returning back into the rotation. So we kind of were let's see. We rolled. We went with Royals yesterday, a team steam consensus play. Although I did have a premium pick winner on the under. Nelson has a 2.33 ERA in his last 3 starts, and Arizona's gone 5-1 with Nelson in his last 6 starts. Arizona's won 11 of 17 coming in, but Royals still pretty hot. Considering right now that loss, they have still won 8 of their last 11 games. They've gone under in 12 of their last 16 overall. Waka's gone under in 4 of their last 5. But again, Arizona and Nelson kind of been going over. Total right now, though, here is pretty much 9, maybe 9 over at minus 115, but mostly 9 flat. And the Royals are definitely a slight favorite. So you can comment in the chat here. And this one, as we kind of wind down the show, thank you everybody for joining me here today. I feel like you guys are going to be on the Royals. Let's see. The beginning of the Jermaine, right? Yeah, you give me Fetty, you give me Crochet, or as I like to call him, Crotchet, and you give me those guys. You give me some of those other young pitchers. Again, I am just totally in the wrong about this one, right? I'm like, the White Sox are ready to deal their deal Crochet, and I'm like, what are you kind of haul are you gonna get? When you want to, I don't know, these pitchers are hard to come by, man. Can't we do it another way? All right, I guess they're just so far behind. One of the guys on the channel across the street was talking about how, I think it was Wayne, he said, how epic this, and it is. This is one of the worst teams. They are headed right now on a, basically a 40, maybe 43 wins pace here, which would kind of be the equivalent of that. Well, I think was it Thomas? Was it that Cleveland team that was so bad? I'm trying to remember. Okay, let's go here with Thomas saying Kansas City run line. James is on the Diamondbacks money line. Art Tom's on the Diamondbacks under. And Jermaine does want an under here. This was one of his few unders that. Let's see. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Ray on the Diamondbacks here in the first 5. Nelson 7-7-2 in the first 5. Waka 6-7-4. Ziggy's on the Royals. Luis is on the Royals. Tyler's on the Royals. Lots of Royals action. And Dave says, give me Kansas City on the run line here. My old algorithm computer is trying to point me in the direction of Arizona, but man, the chat is heavy here on Kansas City. We might not have made it to a premium, but I'm going to go over in this one. This will be one of my few over. Probably not going to put any overs in the premiums today. I'll just take it on the morning steam here as a free play at 9. I got to get to 10 anyways, and they it fell short of it yesterday, and but we did have it under, as I said. Okay, that's it for that one. Next up, last game, Giants and Dodgers. Yeah, hey, Dodgers got the win yesterday. The Giants, they got the bases loaded there late in the game and a deep fly ball, but just ended up being a fly out. But take a look at who's on the mound here for the Dodgers with Tyler Glass now making his return. Next up, you've got Clayton Kershaw ready to make his return. Then you have Bobby Miller ready to make his return. Then you've got one other. There's another one. I'm trying to think of who it is right now. But the Dodgers are getting. Why did the Dodgers cut James Paxton and pay him 13 because that's what the Dodgers do. They'll pay a guy $13 million. Look, there was no guarantee that everybody's going to come back. You got to make sure you have the pitching ready to go. Word is that not only the Dodgers cut James Paxton, well, they DFA'd him, so he'll get picked up. Team maybe he's headed to Boston. Who knows? Again, it'd be interesting to see. Can have this pick of the Orioles if the teams are interested in James Paxton. But the Dodgers have said, we want another starter. We're going big. We're going to try to make one big move for a starter. But it's not going to be James Paxton. Anyways, Glass now returning here, going up against poor old Robbie Ray. And for Glass now here, not going to worry. The Dodgers were 12-6 with Glass now on the mound. I think that's most interesting here. They're on a 5-game winning streak coming in. They've gone over in 8 of their last 12 at home. Giants have gone under in 7 straight. Yesterday's game obviously stayed under for Ray. He's making his debut this season. He been a while for Robbie Ray, so this is going to be a big moment for him to come back here in this one. He had TJS, certainly made one start last year, and that was it. And that was it for Ray. So you can come back here in these. He was with Seattle before, so does have a 3.39 career ERA against the Dodgers. Giants have lost 9 of their last 13. So good to see Ray here back. Career 4 ERA. Guy knows how to pitch, certainly. And just a very interesting matchup here. And I don't know, kind of figure these guys might be on their game. I know for Ray, you look where he was before. Here we go with the picks. And it's up with Thomas. He wants the game to go over. It looks like Ziggy's on the Giants run line, and Juice says it. And I'm tired of saying it, but Dave says Clayton Kershaw's overrated. Imagine that. I don't know about that, Dave. This is the first time that Clayton Kershaw had ever had surgery. And he's been, remember the back problems, right? Remember, man, he's got the longest stride you've ever seen, really, doesn't he? Art Tomps here on the Dodgers run line. Tyler Paris, Dodgers run line. And Jermaine says Paxton's not very good, right? But the Dodgers were able to get some use out of him. Dave on the Dodgers run line here. Jermaine says, give me the alternate team total over for the Dodgers. He thinks Ray's going to get hit pretty hard here. The widely reported steam did come in on the Giants. Just got to say it like it is. James Smith says Giants. Ray says he'll lean to the under here in this one. And let's see here. Dodgers at $1.85 or so. I'll take the under in this one tonight with the Giants and the Dodgers. The total currently is, we're starting to see some 7.5s out there. I don't know what 8I15 is. I gotta fix that. But we'll call it 8 under 20 at this point because we are seeing 7.5 over 15 in a couple of spots right now. So I'll take the under with the Giants and the Dodgers tonight. Thanks a lot, everybody, and thank you for joining me here today on the Morning Steam. And Let's see here. Thomas says Dave's getting married every single day, and he'll tell you that it feels like it probably is. Johnny says we're ready for some CFL. And, well, Johnny, I'll come back tomorrow with a little CFL if that's okay. We got some decent matchups. And also, I did see a little bit of news here today. Let me see what it was here. No, okay. Still Cody Fajardo probably out for Montreal in that game tomorrow. They're still a 3-point favorite. This is the big game of the season tomorrow, believe it or not, with Saskatchewan. Maybe it's not quite the biggest game, but with Saskatchewan coming in 4-0, going up against the Alouettes at 5-0, should be pretty awesome game, man. There's going to be some excitement here. Argentina has scored a goal, and there's really some heated arguments going on here with coaches and officials and everything. So, all right, everybody, let's see. Thomas has it here as well. Oh, there's Luis. He said, give me the under in that one. Thomas says it. We've got Phillies money line, Cubs money line, Tigers money line, and Padres money line. Just 4 plays. Is that it? All right. I want to thank everybody for joining me here on the Morning Steam. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific with the Morning Steam. We'll preview the Major League Baseball card and maybe a little CFL tomorrow. Don't forget, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com, click on the All Cappers tab, find the handicapper of your choice, and that's how you get signed up over at Tony's Picks. All right. For Tony'sPicks.com, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.